For our next story, let me tell you about Archana Kamath, a 33-year-old lecturer and the mother of a 4-year-old child living in India's Karnataka. Earlier this month, Kamath underwent surgery, a liver donation surgery. She was donating the organ to a relative. According to social media, the recipient was the sister of Kamath's mother-in-law. She is 63 years old. Her liver was 60% damaged, and apparently she'd been searching for a donor for 1.5 years, so Kamath volunteered to help. She offered to donate a part of her liver. The procedure itself went smoothly, but later Kamath developed some complications, and she died last Sunday. While the reasons why Kamath donated a part of her organ to a distant relative are hard to verify, one thing is clear: she made the ultimate sacrifice. She gave a part of herself to help someone else. But tonight our story is not just about Kamath, it's about women everywhere who give and keep giving, but rarely receive. We'll explain, but first, the basics. What is organ transplantation? It's a medical procedure where an organ is removed from one body and placed in another. The donation can be made in two ways. The first is a deceased donation, where organs are given at the time of the donor's death, immediately after death. The second is living organ donation, where a living person can donate their organs. Now, this process of transplantation comes with risks, physical risks, of course. There is about 17% risk of physical complications like infections, bleeding, and clots. Plus, the surgery can have a lasting effect on the donor. In some cases, it can even lead to death. But in almost all cases, donating an organ comes with emotional concerns. Donors experience grief, guilt, disappointment, distress, and anxiety. Many have to live with a lower quality of life, and this does not come as a surprise. Giving someone a part of yourself is indeed a great deed, but it can also be a burden. And you know who shoulders most of this burden? Women. Let's stay with India. Between 1995 and 2021, 80% of the living donors were women. 80% of the donors were women. Most of them were wives and mothers, basically married women. Meanwhile, you know how many women were organ recipients? Only about 20%. Let me repeat that. 80% of the donors are women, but 80% of the recipients are men. This after women face more health security than men. It's a glaring gender disparity. And like most things sexist, it is rarely limited by borders.